Difficulty 3. Answering questions that are out of your knowledge base. A lot of times, these are situational or case questions like, imagine there is a difficult customer standing here complaining about your services. How would you handle? Or to give you several urgent tasks and ask you to prioritize and handle accordingly. Why do they ask you this kind of question? Apparently, they want to test your problem-solving ability. And your answering strategy is to isolate the problem first, then propose the solutions later. Now, this is very important because for normal people, they usually jump right in and offer solutions one after another. Probably, these are not the solutions that really works because they have been wasting their time in solving the wrong problem. Smart people do it differently, and that is what consultants do. Companies hire consultants to find out precisely the root cause of the company's problems, and then the solutions are usually quite straightforward. Therefore, consulting firms use a lot of case interviews in recruitment. So, when answering a situational question, use 75% of your time in isolating and defining what is the actual problem, and use the remaining 25% in solving the problem. So, what to do if, when the interviewer flows to your question, your mind just goes blank? Scary, right? But it happens sometimes. In this case, you might politely ask the interviewer to repeat the question. Or you can say directly to the interviewer that, I've never thought about this. Please give me a few seconds to organize my thoughts. They will wait for you for sure. Next, you can try to rephrase the question and define the keywords while you are trying to put things together in your head. With the keywords, determine whether it's a task, thought, people, or self-management question. Just break it down and see if anything in your story bank can be laterally relevant. Remember, you are not expected to give a solution to every problem. The interviewer just wants to see how you analyze it and what your thought process is. Next, how to answer if they ask you, why do you want to work for us? Or say, you want to go into the big four firms. They ask you, why us, but not the other firms? When everybody knows you have applied to all of them, of course. Interviewers want to see that you've taken the time to research the company and understand the industry. They also want to know that you actually want this job and not just any job. So your key focus is to show your understanding in a company and you have a can-do attitude to make a contribution to the team. To answer this type of questions, do not just say, because you guys are the best in the industry. This is just too shallow. So instead, offer them with precise reasons of what sets them apart from their competitions and how their mission and company culture align with that of yours. Most companies have strong brand values and corporate culture that you can find clues in their websites, employee interviews, as well as Glassdoor. For example, if the company is well known for the standards of corporate responsibilities, and this is important to you too, mention it. If they are working on projects which interest you, mention it. After asking why us, the next question would be, why you? To answer this, identify what are important to them, which are also important to you under these three layers. Your passion and values, your capabilities, and your career planning, which means you're motivated to do it, you have the ability to do it, and you see the company as a platform to achieve great things in the long term. Remember to quote 1 to 2 stories of your core strengths to strengthen the message. Show the confidence to your interviewers that you deserve the position because of what you have. And end the message by linking how you can contribute to the company's vision and future development. Remember that interviewing is just a conversation. It's really about whether you can keep it flow smoothly and the communication engaging. Now, instead of giving you a quote, I would like to end this episode by giving you a challenge. I want you to practice what you learned by forming a roleplay mock interview group. Now go out and form a small group of 4. Take turns to roleplay the interview scenario. One person will be the interviewer and the rest will be the interviewees. Pick any difficult interview question to ask and see how different their answers could be. Observe and learn from each other, and don't forget to give constructive feedbacks to each other as if you are the interviewers. Have fun doing this challenge, and I would love to hear from your feedbacks afterward.